Hey, this is Tim from Inner Fire Coaching. I'm 26 years old, and 5 years ago I started my journey of self development. I wanted more out of life and started trying as many different things as I could to experience more fulfillment and joy. In all these years, I learned a lot about life. Some I learned from watching others, some I learned from reading, but most I learned from doing. And among all the things that I've learned, there is one thing that really stands out. A habit so impactful that it completely changed the way I experience my life, my relationships, and even has shaped my life's purpose. So, what is this magical thing I'm talking about? I'm talking about the act of self-love. Now you might think, self-love? Isn't that a selfish act? Narcissistic even? Or why would I love myself if I have other people loving me and I'm loving other people? Or how does one even begin to love oneself? These are all valid questions, which I will get into. In this video, I will present a definition of self-love. Then I will get into a powerful way in which you can express love towards yourself. And finally, I will state some of the benefits that self-love has to offer. So, let's get into it. The concept of self-love derives from the ancient Greek times, first mentioned by the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle. He talked about philatia. Philatia meant the act of valuing oneself or being thankful for one's qualities, which sounds pretty good. Yet Aristotle believed that self-love could be both good or bad depending on its outcomes. A self-love that had no negative outcomes for others was deemed to be good, whereas a self-love that did have negative outcomes for others was deemed to be bad. That second type of self-love can be seen as narcissism, which was also derived from the Greek mythology Narcissus, about a man who fell in love with himself. Narcissists tend to put themselves above others, as opposed to simply being okay with the person that they are. Nowadays, the positive definition of self-love has mainly been forgotten, and often we tend to associate self-love with narcissism. I want to change that. But why has the definition of self-love that is positive been forgotten? I believe this is the case because it is often easier for us to love others than to love ourselves. We tend to be more aware of all the negative characteristics that we possess while overlooking the positive ones. We tend to be harsher towards ourselves. Yet when meeting others, we're often able to overlook certain shortcomings and focus on the aspects of others that we love. So, how do we really start to love oneself? That is a question I've been trying to answer for more than 5 years. The thing is, when I was in high school, I felt shy and uncomfortable around people. I didn't like the fact that I was short. I didn't like the fact that I sucked at sports. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't doing well in school. And in short, I didn't like the person that I was. And this resulted in me not being able to connect properly with the people around me because I never thought I was good enough to be with them. It was only after high school that I discovered the benefits of good mental and physical health. I started meditating and working out regularly, and this did have a positive impact on my well-being. Yet, I still lacked the confidence that I truly needed in order to connect in the way that I wanted to. Until a year ago. I made the discovery that expressing gratitude towards oneself is a powerful way of expressing self-love. Think of gratitude as giving a compliment, only then to yourself as opposed to others. We all know how great it feels to receive a compliment from the people we care about. Heartfelt compliments from friends, family, or close ones can fill us up with love. Yet society has conditioned us in a way that we now think that giving yourself compliments is a narcissistic trait. Self praise has become more akin to sin than to virtue. But the thing is, if we truly want to love ourselves, we should be able to express gratitude and appreciation for the qualities that we possess. That's why I think it's a very positive thing to do so. So, how can you express gratitude? I think a good way to do this is by journaling. Before going to bed, write down at least one thing that you like about yourself. Maybe one thing good you did during the day, or a good quality that you have. You might be a good listener, or you might be very helpful to your friends. You might be innovative, creative, playful. No matter what your quality is, appreciate yourself for it. You don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to have value to the world around you and the people around you. So of course you can appreciate yourself for that. For instance, I used to suck at chemistry in high school. I would always get 4s and 5s all the time. So at a certain point, I got personal tutoring. I worked my ass off and I got my first 7 for a chemistry exam. My teacher didn't even notice my improvement, but I did. It was not so much the grade that really mattered to me. The grade didn't even stand out in class. But what was important to me is that I had the discipline to work harder to get better and get a better result. And that is what I appreciate about myself. What this story should tell you is that it's not important to compare yourself to others. It's often even counterproductive. Only you know what your effort is in the things that you do. So if you put a lot of effort into something but it doesn't turn out great, you should still be able to appreciate yourself for the effort that you put in. To quote Dr. Jordan Peterson, don't compare yourself to who others are today, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. So, how do you know when you're truly loving yourself? What are really the benefits of it? To be honest, I think the benefits are in abundance. There are very few things in life that do not get better from you loving yourself. You will feel yourself having more energy. You will feel yourself becoming more radiant and able to better express love towards others. As a result, you will be surrounded by people that will love you. You will have more focus and you'll be more motivated to do certain things. You might become better at your job, or maybe you'll even start a new job, something that you love even more, because you'll be more in touch with the person that you are. Honestly, there is very few bad to say about self-love. The only thing to look out for is to never put yourself above others. Self-love isn't about putting other people down or making yourself look better in contrast to others. Self-love is simply looking at yourself, being happy with the person that you are. We are all born with the innate ability to love oneself. And the only thing we have to do is allow ourselves to love ourselves. Don't let other people tell you that it's a bad thing to do so, that true love should only occur between two people. As beautiful as that type of love is, it is not the only type of love. And you will find yourself having even better relationships because you love yourself. You will start attracting people that are better for you. Honestly, I believe this is going to help you in all areas of life. And I truly wish you the best. Till next time, and remember, stay conscious.